this morning, tracking Hurricane Dorian. We're now very lucky to be joined by Corey Bremen and Alex Garcia from United Water Restoration Group. They're here to talk about shoring up your home, getting ready for this weekend.
We're glad you're here. We have a lot to cover. Corey, I'm going to start with you. We hear about this time, get rid of the debris around your home. What kind of debris are we talking about, and what do we do with it?
Your outside garbage cans, any kind of tree or plant debris, pots, anything that you've got laying around your house that can become a projectile. We always recommend bringing that inside and getting it away from so it doesn't harm you or anybody else.
I know in my house, get rid of the kids' toys, right? Get those kids' toys out of the backyard.
Your furniture, all that can fly. So
all that's good stuff. Alex, what about shutters? A lot of people thinking about this is the time to get those together. What are mistakes that people make when they're talking
correct.
about shutters?
A lot of times they want to tape up the windows, and that doesn't do anything. You've got to seriously put up. If you've got your shutters, put up your shutters, close them up, and if not, put plywood. Plywood will work. Just make sure it's away from the window, because a lot of times they start nailing really close to the glass and it'll break the glass. So make sure it's a little bit far away from it. But plywood does work. It'll help the chance of any window breaking.
Plywood works. Duct tape does not cut it. Let's talk about with your insurance. Do we need to make any phone calls? What documents do we need together? What should we know about our policies?
Definitely have your insurance policy available. You want to have it ready prior to the storm, because nobody can ever seem to find them following a storm. So have that policy, your deck sheet available, ready to go. And if you have your agent's number, that's also helpful to have as well.
And Alex, what are some things that people need to be doing right now to make sure they're ready for Sunday?
Right now, they got to make sure that they look and find out where their gas, water, and electric shutoff valves are. So in case they have to leave, they know how to shut that gas and water supply. Or if something happens, then they have a line breakage to shut off that water supply quick.
Wow, I feel like we don't hear that pointed out very often, but so important to think about. Before we go, emergency contacts. Of course you need to have them in order, but, should we be making contact with our emergency contacts? What should we do to alert the people that need to know?
Certainly. You definitely want to have your contacts written out, because if we lose power, everybody relies on their cell phones nowadays for all these phone numbers. So have that information readily available, and obviously have a landline available to be able to make these calls out if in the event of emergency you need to get a hold of somebody.
Also very important, I know we run a lot of stories afterwards about generators, and people do some really silly things, put it inside. How about just some quick generator tips and safety?
I've been to a lot of fire losses where people don't understand, and they put their generators inside the garage, keeping the garage just a little bit open. That's such a no-no. Keep those generators away from your home, and especially if you leave the house, unplug that generator, because if not, the power comes up and there's reverse electricity going to the generator, it might blow it up. So you got to be really careful with it.
And while that might seem like common sense, unplug the generator if you're heading out, there's so much going on. It's so easy to forget.
Correct.
So we can't point it out enough. Corey and Alex, thanks for being here. Really important, timely advice.
Thank you very much.